History Times channel.
Official investigators believe Sirhan acted alone, using an 8-shot revolver to assassinate Robert Kennedy. But a recently uncovered audio tape of the shots fired that night may prove that more than 8 shots rang out. For the first time on television, forensic audio experts will analyze the tape and determine how many shots were really fired in a groundbreaking conspiracy test. Warsaw, Poland, is an unlikely place to look for clues into the RFK assassination. But that's where you will find Stanislaw Pruszynski, cafe owner and former journalist.
You see this slim guy? That's me. And detaching the tape recorder was...
He was at the Ambassador Hotel that night in 1968, on leave from a Canadian newspaper to work on a book about American politics.
You can see me there, detaching the microphone. It was...
Pruszynski used what was at the time a fairly new piece of technology, an audio cassette recorder.
You can see it in my left. I'm leaning down, picking up the tape recorder in my left.
When Kennedy finished his speech, Pruszynski retrieved his equipment.
And I'm moving to my left there. I was just following Robert Kennedy and the crowd. I suddenly heard a cry, a lot of people shouting. So I tried to hold people back as they were rushing towards me, but I moved forward, and then I found Bobby Kennedy lying on the ground, wounded and looking with his eyes open, but without an expression.
The Polish reporter didn't realize he had recorded anything special during the shooting. Days later, Pruszynski returned to Canada. Then in 1969, Canadian police requested a copy of the tape on the FBI's behalf. The FBI analyzed the tape, finding nothing of note with the equipment available back then. But today, this engineer has the technology to do a much more thorough analysis, and the results may shock you. Phil Van Praag is an electrical engineer who has worked in the audio industry for over 35 years. His impressive collection of recording equipment includes decks he's built himself. A journalist introduced Van Praag to Pruszynski's recordings in early 2005.
The very first time I heard it, I was not impressed at all, but I thought, well, I'll take this back with me and put it on my instruments and just see what's there. And when I did that, that spark was ignited.
But Van Praag's copy was of a very low quality. The best-known version of the Pruszynski recording is part of the RFK collection at the California State Archives in Sacramento. Van Praag convinced the director to make their master tape available so he could obtain the best possible copy. Actually, several copies, both digital and analog.
I just did the one playback of that tape and made 5 simultaneous recordings to get as most detailed a perspective and multiple perspectives as you can.
The audience just sent me a message that we've been here too long already.